I do apologize, ladies and gentlemen. I am struggling with this live thing, this live situation, but I'll get it to them. I'll be correct. I'm on. Let's see. Can you? I made it. Oh, that's an ad before I go. Yes, okay.
He made it.
Oh, wait. We're gonna wait 5 minutes, 10 minutes, everyone. So this is not official yet. I'm just waiting for everyone to come to this side. I apologize. I apologize. We will be discussing spirituality versus religion. We will be discussing. Here's Ashley. Yes, I am excited. I am excited. I'm excited. Let's see. Did you go on the message and the message?
Yeah, I think I just did.
I am on.
I just
Is it showing on the Facebook too? Yeah, it's showing. It's showing that circle. Wait,
Yeah.
so you just there. We figured it out. Thanks to my granddaughter. She's very helpful. See you. There. I think wait. Yeah, that's the right one. We're good. Okay. Trial and error. Hi. Hi, Carlton. Can you hear me? I can't hear him. I need to get.
He's
Yes.
on? Oh, he got
No, I can't hear him. I need to get some. Maybe no, I can't. I can't hear it. However, I'll get some headphones. I think I need headphones because I can't hear you. Or maybe I need to put the volume up. Maybe it's me. That's me. Yeah. Wait. Oh. It's probably me. Let me put the volume up. I'm sorry. I just started streaming and I'm trying to get it correct. Let's see.
Because he was on it for a second.
Who?
Carton.
Yeah, he's there. Look, he's on. He joined with me. Look, but I can't hear him. I have to have some type of an issue. Volume button. Maybe the music. Let's see. Oh boy, I'm terrible. Automatically share screen. No. Let's see. Nothing. Now I'm going. Can you get me some headphones on? Okay, I think. Let me see if they're under here. Let me see if I can grab my headphones. See if they're under here. Milan. Enjoy. Add you to broadcast. Okay. Oh boy. How do I do that? Let's see. Oh, add him to broadcast. That means what I just did, I think. Like that?
Yeah.
There
Can you
you
hear me?
go. That's what I was supposed to do. You're the best. Thank you. I'm I'm glad you're here.
Well,
Nice
thank
to
you.
meet Nice to
It's,
meet you, Carlton. I'm
it's nice to meet.
Evelyn.
It's nice to meet you too. You can still hear me, right, Evelyn?
Yes, perfect. I guess if
Okay.
I have you as a guest, but if I bring you onto the live screen, then I can
Hmm.
hear you. But if I have you on the side,
I think
I
yes. When
can't.
you have me on the side, it's because you just want to live stream and talk and let people hear you, but not participate.
Oh
And
no, I want everybody.
then you need to bring them into the room. Yeah.
Right, right. Yes. Okay. Anybody, but we can start and like we can wait another like 10, 15 minutes.
I'm in no hurry.
Or like 5 minutes. We'll give them like 5 minutes.
Okay.
Text Ashley, Milan, and see if she wants to get on.
If
My
it, if they're
niece.
if they're more than 5 minutes, then we should charge them $1 for every minute late that they are.
Oh yes. I was an hour late, so I
Oh, well, good, good. Okay, I'll send you. I'll tell you where to mail the check.
yeah, so I'm kind of like getting the hang of it. What I'm using is Restream. Yeah.
Yes, I've never seen this before, so I'm new to this as well. Usually, most of the people are on Zoom, so but that's fine. It's just a new. I've never seen that platform before.
Oh. And I did it because it seems simple to me. OBS and the live directly through YouTube, it's kind of difficult for me, but I'll figure it out. This was the
Yeah,
easiest so that I can get out there and start sharing, you know?
that works.
Yes. So let's see. Let's see. I have here. That balance. I think it went away. I'm looking for some notes I have here. There you go. There. Just a little bit of. Let's see.
No, that's perfectly fine. I'm terrible with notes. I write the notes down and then I don't follow them anyway. So
You know, everybody has their own opinions. So it's touchy. So I try to stay on topic, you know, and with what I have, I try.
yeah,
I'm
that
going to try. It's
yeah,
my
no,
first time. But
that's
I'm
okay.
interested in doing this long term as a spiritual life coach. I want to bring, I want to be of
You mean like
service.
every week or every month, or do you have a sense for
Yeah.
how often?
So maybe we should start. Yeah. Yeah. I'm thinking maybe once or twice a week. Yeah. Or maybe every week just get on with some topic, you know, something to do, talk about a couple of minutes, you know, to the community where everybody feels, you know, part of. It's hard nowadays to feel a part of. I think I'm having a bad connection.
Yes, you're freezing. Your camera's freezing.
I'm gonna have to do these earlier. I hope I didn't lose anyone. Yes, it should be coming. Yeah, that's why I haven't been on really because I don't have a direct connection. I'm in an RV park. I'm in the so it's
All right, so
bad.
you're
Can you
using
see me
you're
though?
using
Still there?
wireless right now.
Freezing. I keep freezing.
Off and on.
I hope it works. We're gonna. Oh, can't hear you. Yeah, it's bad. It's getting bad. Maybe I should move. Let's see. Move things out of the back. Yeah, it's getting bad. Yeah, this is so bad. Ugh.
Well,
Yeah, let me move back or front sometimes. And it seems like it's okay here. Is it bad? Yeah. Oh, yes. See, boy, I'm sorry. They're not gonna, yeah, better. If I move 2 inches to the left, it works. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm trying to get a direct connection, and they're coming Monday. I've been here for 3 months, and I'm like, when am I ever gonna get a live stream going with this connection? So I was like, I'm gonna try it and let's see what happens. And I'm having trouble. Yeah. Oh, oh my goodness. It's crazy. Let me open the window. Maybe the opening the window helps. It looks like I'm fully loaded with Wi-Fi, but I'm frozen. I'm not frozen. Oh no. Let me see. Is it freezing over here? Let's see. Yeah, I froze. Let me see. I think he's totally gone. Let's see. My goodness. I'm gonna wait 5 more minutes. If not, I'm gonna go. If it stays bad. Oh man. Wow. Mañana. He's gone. But I don't know if he may come back. I'll wait. He's a nice guy. Somebody I would love to keep in touch with. I think it's the bad connection. I've been saying I'm not going to share this with Ashley. I think it's all right, guys. We're still trying to hang on to give this word, to spread some knowledge. But it's being a little bit difficult. But I don't see myself freezing much. It's going. It looks like I'm good. I wish I could connect OBS. Share to it's bad. Share to it's bad. It's all right. I'm gonna stay. I'm gonna stay on, and I'll start soon because it's not. I don't think it's too bad. I don't think it's too bad. I don't think it's too bad. There's two people. It keeps cutting on and off, Ashley. So I had Carlton and he left. He had joined. He was he was he was broadcasting like me. I put him on. I'm gonna wait about 5 minutes to start, to see if it doesn't freeze. Let's put some music on. Hip hop. I can send this to, let's see. So, Ashley, if you go on your computer and if you have a camera, you can download a software and join right next to me. So, I'm going to schedule one for us next week. You're going to be my host. I mean, you're going to be my guest. To be my guest next week. We'll pick a topic. We will pick a topic. So we can continue. Oh. Yes, that's it. And let's see. That's it. All right, we're gonna start. We're gonna start. All right. This doesn't go to waste because it gets recorded and then I can upload it as a video. Okay. Let me pause the music. Really, what happened? There it goes. I'm gonna pause the music so I can bring up. Okay. So the topic is spirituality versus religion. So welcome to this live segment where we'll be speaking about religion versus spirituality. In today's session, we're going to dive into an intriguing and virtual aspect of spiritual life, the distinctions between the between the external practice of religion and the underlying reality of faith as portrayed in the Bible. Our objective is to explore how scripture guides us in understanding the differences between merely observing religious rituals and genuinely living out a faith that transforms our heart and actions. Through this exploration, we aim to uncover deep insight into what constitutes authentic spiritual living according to biblical teachings. This topic is not only relevant for those who practice religion, but also offers valuable perspective for anyone in the essence of spirituality. So the first segment, and after this, I'll share the PowerPoint. The first segment is understanding religion in biblical context. So defining religion from a biblical standpoint. Let's say in the Bible, religion isn't defined in the modern sense, but it is understood through practices and principles. It encompasses systems of belief and worship, moral and ethical conduct, and it emphasizes on internal spirituality over external spirituals. So if you see religion emphasizes on internal spirituality, even religion emphasizes on internal spirituality over external rituals. Key elements include adherence to God's law, ethical living, and heart-centered faith. So that is how you define religion. Some definition of religion. Scriptures mentioning religious practice. So I'm going to give you one. James 1:26-27 offers a clear perspective on valuable religious practice, emphasizing ethical conduct, compassionate actions, and personal integrity. Matthew 23 sees Jesus critiquing religious leaders for hypocrisy and legalism, stressing the importance of internal righteousness over external religious observances. So there's positive aspects of organized religion in the Bible. I'm going to give you scriptures. Acts 2:42-47 describes the early Christians' community sharing, supporting, and growing together, highlighting the value of fellowship. So yes, you should fellowship. In Hebrews, these are scriptures regarding community. Hebrews 10:24-25 encourages regular gathering for mutual support and encouragement, underscoring the importance of faith communities. So yeah, it is important that you do meet with people or with a church or with a group, whatever that may be to you, a gathering for mutual support, whatever gathering that may be, whether it's a church, however you gather. It can be, I believe, online, because when COVID happened, we had to meet online, we had to meet in the living rooms, we had to meet in the parks, anywhere. It doesn't matter. It encourages regular gatherings for mutual support and encouragement. So when it comes to teachings of the Bible, and 2 Timothy 3:16-17 speaks to the importance of scripture for teaching and moral information. And Matthew 28:19-20, the Great Commission, emphasizing the role of teaching in spiritual growth and disciple making. Also, worship, which is important. And Psalms 95:1-6 invites believers to worship and bow down before God, showing the importance of worship in expressing devotion. In John 4:23-24 teaches that through worship is about worshiping in spirit and truth, going beyond mere external forms. So see, there goes the spirit, worshiping in spirit and truth, going beyond mere external things. So from a biblical perspective, religion is multifaceted concept that goes beyond ritualistic practices to include a deep, heartfelt commitment to living out one's faith through ethical conduct, community involvement, teaching, and worship. These aspects are essential for a holistic and meaningful religious experience as portrayed in the Bible. So here we go to segment 2, the pitfalls of religious. So we gave one version, we're going to give the other version. These are the pitfalls. Well, we'll examine the pitfalls of religious practice as warned against in the Bible, focusing on hypocrisy, legalism, empty rituals, lack of compassion, and the elevation of tradition over divine commandments. We will also relate these pitfalls to contemporary examples. So Matthew 23 speaks about hypocrisy and legalism. In Matthew 23, Jesus vehemently criticized the Pharisees and teachers of the law for their hypocrisy and legalism. He accuses them of focusing on minutiae of the law while neglecting the profound ethical and moral aspects. So a modern example. This can be seen today in instances where religious leaders, communities focus excessively on specific doctrines or rituals while failing to address larger issues of social justice, ethical living, or genuine spiritual growth. That was number 1, the hypocrisy and legalism as told in Matthew. And now we go to number 2, empty rituals and lack of compassion, as told in Isaiah 1:11 through 17 and Amos 5:21 through 24. So empty rituals and lack of compassion is number 2. And we have some points in these passages. And to go on and explain a little, the prophet Isaiah and Amos conveys God's displeasure with his people's religious rituals, which were devoid of righteousness and compassion. So God's displeasure with his religious rituals, which were devoid of righteousness and compassion. So rituals and all these religious stuff, but where's the righteousness and the compassion? Something's missing. God calls for genuine ethical living, justice and care for the oppressed, and true expressions of faith. Modern example. This reflects in situations where religious ceremonies are performed as a matter of tradition without corresponding lifestyle or compassion and justice. For instance, attending religious services without engaging in acts of kindness or community service. So there you go. There you have it. It's always one lacks the other. 3, putting tradition over God's commandments. Mark 7:6-9. So here, Jesus is criticizing the religious leaders for letting their traditions override the commandments of God. He emphasized that the heart of God's law is more important than human tradition. So the heart of God's law, which to me is love, that's God's law, to love one another. He emphasizes that the heart of God's law is more important than human tradition. So traditions are not more important than God's law. God's law is more important than human tradition. That's what he's saying. So an example would be a A contemporary parallel can be found in instances where religious customs or traditions are upheld, even when they conflict with the core values of love, mercy, justice that many religions preach. So it's a contemporary parallel and can be found in instances where religious customs or traditions are upheld, even where they conflict with other core values of love, mercy, justice, and many religions preach. These warnings remind us that religious practice can be misused when it becomes disassociated from the ethical and compassionate value it is meant to have and expose. The pitfalls of hypocrisies, empty rituals, lack of compassion, and overemphasis on traditions at the expense of God's commandment are not just historical concerns, but are relevant in today's religious landscape as well. Recognizing and addressing these issues is crucial for maintaining the integrity and relevance of religious practice in the modern world. So there you have it. We have the pitfalls of religion as hypocrisy and legalism, empty rituals and lack of compassion. And I gave you scriptures. So hypocrisy and legalism could be found in Matthew 23 scripture. Empty rituals and lack of compassion can be found in Isaiah 1:11 and Amos 5:21 through 24. Then I gave you the examples. And number 3, putting tradition over God's commandments are shown in Mark 7:6 through 9. Now we move on to segment 3, reality of faith, the heart of biblical teaching. In this segment, we'll explore the emphasis the Bible places on internal transformation and the condition of the heart over mere external observances of religious practices. This focus is central to the teachings of both Jesus and Paul. And number 1, emphasis on the heart and internal transformation. The Bible consistently underscores that true faith is a matter of the heart, not just external actions or rituals. It highlights the importance of inner spiritual renewal and genuine transformation of character. So yes, some changes happen because when your character changes, I believe your life changes. So if it emphasizes on the heart and internal transformation, we're talking about reality of faith, the heart of biblical teachings. Number 2, Jesus' teachings. In the Sermon on the Mount, Matthew 5 through 7, the Sermon on the Mount is a key example of Jesus' teachings on internal spirituality. Here, Jesus goes beyond the literal interpretation of the law to emphasize the spirit behind it. He addresses attitudes like anger, lust, retaliation, indicating that true righteousness is not just about outward behavior, but about the condition of the heart. For instance, Jesus teaches that anger is akin to murder and lust akin to adultery in the heart. That's Matthew 5:21 through 28. The Beatitudes, Matthew 5:3 through 12, further illustrate that by blessing qualities such as meekness, mercy, and purity of heart reflect internal spiritual states. I believe this also goes with by the fruits we shall know them. The Beatitudes further illustrate that by blessing qualities such as meekness, mercy, purity of the heart, which reflect internal spiritual states. Well, all these are positive states. So I believe they do deeply have to do with the fruits of the Spirit. Number 3, Paul's teachings on faith and grace. Paul's epistles, especially Galatians and Romans, emphasize faith and grace over legalistic adherence to the law. Did you get that? Paul's epistles, especially Galatians and Romans, emphasize faith and grace over legalistic adherence to the law. Faith and grace. Be nice. Okay, in Galatians 1:13-4, Paul reflects on his own past in Judaism, where he was extremely zealous for the traditions. See, traditions of men. Extremely zealous for the traditions, but later realized that true faith is about grace in a relationship with Christ. See that? Spirituality. Now we move on to Romans 3:28. It states that for we maintain that a person is justified by faith apart from the works of the law. This underscores the belief that salvation and righteousness are based on faith, not just on following religious laws or customs. So faith, not just on following religious laws or customs. So these teachings emphasize that the reality of faith, according to the Bible, is fundamentally about a transformed heart and a personal relationship with God. This internal transformation is what leads to genuine external expressions of faith, such as ethical living, compassion, and justice, differentiating mere religious observance from a lived, dynamic faith. Beautiful how the Bible puts everything together for us. Now that I'm starting to have a little knowledge, just a little, on how to read and how to apply. So we move on to segment 4, which is the last segment. We're almost done. Segment 4. This is about religion and reality in everyday life. In this final segment, we'll explore how to authentically live out our faith in the complexities of today's world and discuss practical ways to align religious practice with the reality of faith. And it also this segment encourages viewers to reflect on your own spiritual journey. So let's go to number 1, living out faith authentically in today's world. In a world filled with distractions and competing ideologies, living out one's faith authentically requires a conscious effort to stay connected to the principle and teachings of one's faith. So this is where I am. Yes, trying to live out my faith authentically requires that I make a conscious effort to stay connected. It has to be that you want it, that you are making a conscious effort to stay connected to the principles and teachings of your own faith, of your faith. It involves integrating faith into every aspect of life, not just during religious observance. This means allowing one's belief to shape decisions, interactions, and lifestyle. It has truly, once I started looking more at the spiritual aspect rather than the religious aspect, I could say that I have evolved. I have nothing against religion. I think it all goes together. To me, there has to be a balance between religion and spirituality. It goes together. If I'm wrong, someone correct me, but you can't be religious and not spiritual, and spiritual and not religious, I believe. I may have to change that belief upon more research. So number 2, remember that I am not a pastor. I want to remind everyone, I am not a pastor. I am just trying to spread awareness on spirituality, religion, the difference. I'm learning as I am here giving this spirituality versus religion live broadcast. I am trying to myself learn something new from it daily. So this world is really filled with distractions and competing ideologies. That's why you have to be in tune with the spirit side of you, with that connection, because I believe spirituality is a direct connection with the divine. So it involves integrating faith. We did number 1, living our faith authentically in today's world. And I said that it requires a conscious effort to stay connected to the principle and teachings of one faith. Now, it involves integrating faith into every aspect of life, not just during religious observance, means allowing one's belief to shape your decisions. So we just went over that. And once you make that conscious decision to stay connected to the principles and teachings of faith, you have no other choice, because it will change your beliefs, and your beliefs will shape your decisions and your interactions in life. Can't stay the same once you come into an awakening or an understanding. 2, this is, as I say, this is my experience. I believe, according to what I'm reading, I am on the right path. Number 2, practical ways to align religious practice with the reality of faith. Integrating faith in daily life. So every action, such as being honest in dealings, showing kindness, and practicing forgiveness, when you integrate that faith in your daily life, it must have that everyday action, such as being honest in dealings. So one thing that I've learned is the spirit lives in me, my intuition, I hear that voice. So what I do different now is I listen to that voice that says that's wrong. I listen to it. I don't ignore it. Forget about it. Don't think about the consequences. So everything I do has to be in showing kindness and practicing forgiveness in my life at this point. It wasn't like that all the time. So regular self-reflection and prayer. I must engage in regular self-reflection and prayer to stay attuned to the personal spiritual needs and growth. So yes, meditation, prayer, however you want to call it, you must, just the same way your body needs to relax after a long day, so does the mind. So the way I try to relax my mind is by self-reflecting while praying. When I'm not praying, I'm self-reflecting. But prayer and I stay attuned. That allows me, meditation and prayer allows me to stay attuned to the personal spiritual needs. Well, meditation, I have to quiet that mind. I need to self-reflect. What can I do better today? Also, community involvement. Participate actively in faith communities, not just in worship service, but also in community service and support groups. This is where I am coming in to stepping in now. This is where I am. I'm trying to build a community. I'm trying to be involved, and I am participating actively in faith communities. So learning and applying scripture. Continuously learn from religious texts and teachings. Of course, they're religious texts and teachings. To apply these teachings in real life context. Actively practice compassion and justice. Be proactive in engaging in acts of compassion and justice, reflecting the core value of many faith traditions. Number 3, encouraging personal self-reflection. So I invite all viewers to reflect on their personal spiritual journey. Questions for reflection might include: how does my faith manifest in my daily life? Are these aspects of my religious practice that feel more like routine than sincere expressions? What steps can I take to deepen my spiritual understanding and practice? How can I better embody the teachings of my faith in my interactions with others? In conclusion, merging the religion with the reality of everyday life involve more than just adhering to rituals. It's about living out the values and teachings of one's faith in every aspect of life. It's a journey of continued growth, learning, and application. By actively seeking to align spiritual practices with genuine faith, individuals can lead to a more fulfilling and ethically sound life, making a more positive impact in your communities and the world at large. Excuse me. So as we conclude this live discussion, there's no discussion, but we'll open up the floor. Let's briefly recap on the key points of the broadcast. So number 1, understanding religion in a biblical context. We explored how the Bible defines religion, not just as a ritualistic practice, but as a comprehensive system encompassing ethical conduct, community involvement, and heart-centered faith. The pitfalls of religious practice. We discussed the biblical warnings against hypocrisy, legalism, empty rituals, and the elevation of traditions over God's commandments, and how these pitfalls manifest in modern religious practices. So, we're moving on to number 3, but let's see if I want to emphasize. So you can't just, hey, I'm a religious, I'm a Trinitarian, or I am X, Y, Z, and then you're not going to apply the fruits of the Spirit. I believe that is very important for every spiritual, or call yourself religious or spiritual. I think applying the fruits of the Spirit is how we know who we are in Christ. So I did mention the pitfalls of religious practices. Yes. Hypocrisy. We discussed the biblical warnings. Yes. And now number 3, reality of faith, the heart of biblical teachings. We delved into the teachings of Jesus and Paul, which emphasize the importance of internal transformation and a heart-centered approach to faith over mere external observances. Number 4, religion and spirituality. We examine practical ways to live out our faith in today's world, integrating our beliefs into daily actions and continuous spiritual growth. Because it depends on your beliefs, what you believe, applying it into your daily actions for continuous spiritual growth. The core message of our discussion is the importance of balancing outward religious practices with inward spiritual growth. That was the core message. The importance of balancing outward religious practice with inward spiritual growth. Just as I said, it has to go together. If you're saying you're religious, you embody a spirit that is divine. So you can't ignore the spiritual. You cannot. A lot of people, oh, I'm so scared. Spiritualism, spirituality. I believe that they go together because it balances the outward religious practices with inward spiritual growth. That's how you know who is growing, by the type of fruits that you pick from that tree. It's sad sometimes to hear certain religious people mocking spirituality, because I mean, I know there's different types, but if it's the spiritual that is connected to the divine, which I think that's the only spiritual that exists, you're on the right track. True spirituality is just not about participating in religious rituals. It's about how these principles reflect a transformed heart and how they translate into ethical living, compassion, and justice in our daily lives. So there we go. I'm going to say it one more time. The core message of our discussion is the importance of balancing outward religious practices with inward spiritual growth. True spirituality is not just about participating in religious spiritual. Again, true spirituality is not about participating in religious rituals. It's about how these principles reflect a transformed heart and how they translate into ethical living, compassion, and justice in our daily lives. Sorry, I had to say it twice. So as we part ways tonight, I invite each of you to reflect on your personal spiritual journey. Consider how your religious practices align with the reality of your faith, and what steps you can take to foster deeper spiritual understanding and growth. I encourage you to continue exploring these themes through personal study, prayer, and engagement with your faith community. So, I wanted to know if anyone there has any questions. There's no one in the chat. Carlton left. I was left alone. It's okay. I had fun. This was very interesting. It is my first session that I do live, and I really enjoyed it. I was just a little nervous. I was just a little nervous, and it's okay. Trial and error. I'll get better. I want to thank everyone for joining this enlightening exploration, and may your journey ahead be richly blessed with genuine faith and spiritual growth. I'm not gonna say goodbye yet. I'll stay here. This was pretty cool. Not gonna say goodbye. Uh-oh. Hello. Let's see. Who's there? Let's see. 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 Did it stop? We're about to end the stream. Let me put some music on. Let me put some music on. Oh. Night. Now I know. See, I don't think it was when it kept freezing. I don't think it was mine, or maybe him coming on was.
Probably was Hayden's, man.
Mhm.
Oh, someone is watching.
Oh, yeah. I am going to leave shortly. I just want to put a little bit of music on. Thank you all for watching. Hey, but I did it. I didn't give up. I did it. I didn't give up. It's my new video. I should take this opportunity. Wait, I should take this opportunity. This is my granddaughter with her bonnet. She's live. She likes to be live. I want to go on TikTok. Okay, have a nice day. Good night. Bye. She wants to say good night.
Because you never know, people could be in different time zones.
Yeah, but it's our time zone.
Just how you say good, have a good night or day for stuff. You.
Oh my goodness, that was funny.
What happened?
What happened? What happened earlier? Well, I remember. Can I win down? We should end this one. Okay, everyone.
Bye.
We are going to end this now. See you good.